What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Khiry, and welcome to Khiry TV. In today's video, we doing a movie review, Captain America's Brave New World, or Captain America 4. It stars Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford, who's replacing William Hurt after his death in 2022 as president, that is, Ross. I probably said that name wrong, but oh well. In this epic adventure, Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, finds himself in the middle of international incident and must discover the motive behind a nefarious global plan. Now, I know y'all looking at me like, what the hell this boy got on? I just had to throw on my Marvel jacket, because it's on the Marvel jacket I got on. And I don't know, I just threw on this white hat, threw it over, felt the little baby kids and shit. And I was like, I kind of favor Sam Wilson when he was in the Falcon in the Winter Soldier TV show. When he had on that suit at the end. I'm feeling like that right now. So all I need is a shield, and I'll be looking like a dumbass just like he was looking. Well, to some people, that's how he's looking, because I don't think a lot of people are happy with this movie. I don't think a lot of people are happy with the choice that Steve made with him. Hey, a lot of people ain't happy about this movie just based off the critic scores and the Rotten Tomatoes score. Me personally, I thought this movie was fine. But before we get into all of that, this time I'm gonna do the bad, the good, and then instead of calling it the ad, I just called it other stuff that I realized about the movie that I not necessarily dislike or like, but just like in the, I guess, in a whole nother category. But anyway, let's get started. Before we get started, I do want to get rid of the bad, because I really do want this movie to, I guess, succeed. For the simple fact, it is Anthony Mackie. I like him to a degree. I like this character in this movie. I think Steve did choose the right person to be Captain America. I just had a lot of, not a lot, but I had a few gripes about the movie. So I just want to get the bad out the way, then get to the good and the other, so I can encourage people to go see this movie. Because I think it is worth to watch. I'm just not, I don't expect anybody to like what they watch. So it is worth to watch. I just don't expect a lot of people to like what they watch, because people are getting a lot pickier nowadays when it comes to the MCU. I feel like they're being a little bit too harsh on it. But I mean, MCU, they did that to themselves on how big they were trying to, make the multiverse out the end game. So I kind of blame them for doing this to the audience, but I mean, I'm just along for the ride. I'm just along for the ride till the big shit comes. So let's go ahead and get to this bag. The first thing I noticed, there was no Marvel intro. You know how the red Marvel intro be flipping pages through the comics? That's not that. I think they changed it up a little bit. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, wait a minute, why they doing it this way? So that kind of stood out to me, and it kind of made me kind of roll my eyes, and it kind of set me up to think this movie about to be terrible. So, because I already had no expectation going into this movie, but I expect this movie to be trash, which we'll get to all that later. But yeah, there's no Marvel intro. There is a weird, I ain't gonna say weird song, but there's a song. Their choice to open up the movie was weird to me, because for like the first 5 minutes, they just show you, they just kind of catch you up on everything, but they just had a song playing, or I guess it was a song playing throughout the whole first 5 minutes of the movie, and I just thought it was just a weird choice, especially for a Marvel movie. That's the first time that I remember that they did that. But I mean, it wasn't nothing too crazy. It just stood out to me, especially right after not showing the Marvel logo. Also, let's go ahead and get this out the way. Sam needs the serum. It just watching this movie, he needs the serum. There's no way around it. If you watch the action scenes, he needs the serum. I don't think he could last as Captain America long without the serum. Realistic, if they want to be realistic. Cause I mean, we in a superhero world, so nothing is too realistic. But he need to figure out how to get stronger. Cause that suit, I know that suit is helping him out a lot, but that suit can only go so far. Especially if you're trying to fight aliens like Steve was, or He could do like on ground America stuff, sure. But when it comes to the big shit, when it comes to Secret Wars and all this stuff, and Doctor Doom, he gonna need more than that suit. He gonna need some type of strength. But I guess when he creates the new Avengers team, he'll have some help. But I mean, I think he'll be fine as the captain of the Avengers, but Buddy needs the serum. Like quick, fast, and a hurry, he needs the serum. Also, the jokes in this movie was not landed. It was kind of stale. It just wasn't landed. There was a particular joke at the end of the movie dealing with I forgot Buddy's name, but Carl Lumpy plays him. There was a joke that he threw in that was pretty funny. But outside of that joke at the very end, I didn't chuckle not one time. Not even once. So I know Marvel like to throw in they funny bits here and there, but as far as me and my theater, we wasn't laughing at none of them jokes, to be honest. A couple people did laugh at that joke that I'm referring to at the end. But outside of that, it just wasn't no funny jokes in this movie. Also, this movie didn't feel like an MCU movie. There's something about it just didn't feel MCU-ish. Until he comes up with the suit and all that stuff, it just didn't feel MCU. It didn't feel like it was part of the MCU. There are aspects of the movie that brings you back into the MCU, but as far as the feel of the MCU, it just didn't feel like it. Just felt like a movie that could be on any channel or just any type of movie that just threw in the Captain America name, they just threw in the Hulk. They just threw in the what's that thing called? Centennial or Eternal? Whatever that thing is in the ocean, they just threw in that. It just felt like that. It just felt like a movie and it's throwing in pieces of like Marvel characters into like a random spy movie or action movie or military movie. However you want to categorize this movie. So it just didn't feel like an MCU to me. That's, in my opinion, a bad thing. Also, it felt like a sequel to Hulk versus a sequel to Captain America 3. You have to watch the first Hulk in order to understand this movie. I seen the first Hulk. I think the last time I seen the first Hulk when it first came out in the theaters, and I haven't seen it since, so I forgot all about what happened. But it feels like a direct sequel from that movie versus a direct sequel from, I guess, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Which it is, because it's like 2 years later after the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but it just felt like a direct sequel to the Hulk movie, and a lot of people didn't like the Hulk movie. So going in with that expectation, even if they even bring back a couple characters from there that I didn't even recognize until they, I guess, explain the background of that particular character. So I was lost for a while. I was lost for a good chunk of the movie on who these people are. But that's all the bad I could think of that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I wasn't trying to be too nitpicky about the movie because I really wanted to enjoy it. So let's get to the good parts of the movie. Good. The acting. The acting from the main three characters, which is Harrison Ford, what's his name? Carl Lumpy, and Anthony Mackie. The acting from them was actually pretty good if we looking at like the, I guess, seriousness or the acting skills outside of what's going on. They all three did a very good job when it comes to the acting. As far as the acting when it comes to the action, was a little bit wonky or a little bit, I ain't gonna say boring, but it just wasn't entertaining enough for me per se. Yet I still was intrigued of the story, if that kind of makes sense. The number one person who stood out to me in this movie was Carl Lumpy, who's played Isaiah Bradley. That's his name, Isaiah Bradley. Carl Lumpy plays Isaiah Bradley. Did a wonderful job. He was my standout character as far as acting wise. He did, like, to be honest, to me, Oscar worthy as far as like nomination. Not winning, but nominated for an Oscar for, like, I guess, supporting actor. Yep. I can see him getting a supporting acting nomination for his acting. I might be glazing it a little bit, but my personal opinion, I feel like he deserved it. He stood out to me. Also, as far as acting, Harrison Ford. As y'all know, Harrison Ford is replacing William Hurt because William Hurt passed away in 2022, I believe. And he was General Ross at first, but Harrison Ford is taking over for him. And he actually did a pretty good job. He did what he was supposed to do. I actually accepted him as General Ross. They even threw in a little joke about him looking different from when they last seen him. So I thought that was pretty funny. I guess I didn't laugh at it, but I was like, that's kind of clever and funny at the same time. It's his dramatic acting. You actually feel bad for Harrison Ford. I think it's because of his acting you feel bad for him, but I believe if William Hurt was playing this role, I think you'll still see General Ross as an asshole like he been in the past movie. But because it's not William Hurt anymore and it's Harrison Ford, you can see the sadness. He brings out the sadness of that character. Like, damn, why this had to happen to him? Like, he's just doing his job, and it's just going to hell. So, I thought that was pretty good. His acting when it comes to that. The Red Hulk, I'm not gonna spoil it too much. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it at all. I think once he came on screen, that's where everything went up into 11. I think that was probably the best action or that's the climax of the Red Hulk was the best throughout the whole movie. I'm pretty sure that's where everybody come to this movie to see is the Red Hulk. And when he came out, I wasn't disappointed. They should have probably brought him out a little earlier because how they posted him on the poster and all this stuff. Also, they shouldn't have put him in the trailer. Maybe just him throwing the shield down, that's it. They shouldn't post nothing else because most of the Red Hulk in this movie, you already seen in the trailer. So be prepared for that. But when you do see the Red Hulk, he does not disappoint. He actually looks pretty good. CGI on it actually looks pretty good. Anthony Mackie, he did what he was supposed to do. As far as his acting, he was cool. I understand why Steve chose him to be Captain America. I just wish he took the serum. It'll make more sense. But I think they did explain in the movie why he's not taking the serum. I can't remember what it was. And from what I remember, I think it was like a cheap reason. Even throughout the movie, he was kind of pushing like, shit, maybe I should take it. Like, I might need to take this, but I'm gonna stay on my high horse and not take it and handle this Red Hulk myself, I guess. Which I believe is stupid, but I mean, you gotta be a noble Captain America, I guess. But I think what saves him is the suit. The suit is great. I like the suit. I know it comes from Wakanda, so expect a Wakanda type suit. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Also, I mean, the suit carries him. The suit saves him a lot. If it wasn't for this suit from Wakanda, he probably would have been dead. He would have been gone. It needs to be somebody with a super soldier serum. But the suit is great. I enjoyed the suit. I enjoy how he handled the shield. He uses the shield very wisely. I ain't gonna say better than Steve, but he has to use the shield very clever in order for him to succeed without the super soldier serum. So that's all I'm gonna say about that when it comes to the shield. And it just felt like a great episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I do believe this does deserve to be in a movie theater versus streaming on a TV show. But it does feel like a real grand Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode. They just threw in Red Hulk. In the movie, like I said earlier, it kept me intrigued from the beginning to the end. Even though I didn't laugh, even though some of the fighting scenes were lackluster, I still was like, I want to see how this ends. I'm paying attention to every character. I'm intrigued with every character, well, majority of the characters. I want to see where this goes. And even though I barely I'm going to transition over to the plot in the other section. But I was intrigued throughout the whole movie. Even though I didn't understand what the plot was for a while, I still was just intrigued. Now, let's go ahead and get to the plot. Once I realized what the plot was actually about, then I was like, okay, I get it. It still feels like an episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I get it. And they fighting over the Eternal. I don't think he's an Eternal, wherever he is. They fighting over that because that thing in the water, Atlantic Ocean, I believe, is made of vibranium. Not vibranium, antimanium. Whatever it's called, wherever it's in Wolverine, that's what that thing is made out of. So that's a nice little nugget, well, Easter egg in the Marvel world about Wolverine in the future of the X-Men. That's where they're gonna get the antimanium from. New Falcon, his partner, there's the new Falcon, it's the partner from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Guy, Ramirez, whatever his name is, he's the new Falcon. He did fine. I guess he was supposed to be the comedic relief. He was alright. I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. You just Captain America 2.0 to me. I mean, you're not better than Captain America. You're not better than the Falcon. You're just like a baby Falcon. But he was fine. He was okay. I already talked about the fighting skills. Oh, the reason why I put fighting skills in other because at this point, because I don't believe Sam Wilson's strength when handle these type of missions that they gave him, I just consider him there's human like us, and then there's Steve Rogers, who's a super soldier, and then there's the middle section where I'm gonna put Sam Wilson, I'm gonna put Black Widow in, I'm gonna put the Hawk guy in. I'm about to say the Hawk. When I put Hawk guy in, they just a little bit more stronger than a human, but not strong enough to be a super soldier. I'm gonna put them in that category because some of the fighting scenes, just some of the fighting skills are kind of unbelievable for a normal human to have. So I'm just gonna put them in that category of like, I guess, not subhuman, but just in between regular human and super soldier. They like in that middle. That's the only way I can make these fighting scenes and these strengths make sense to me. I put little lady down. I don't think I want to spoil her role in this movie because I didn't know they going in. But the little lady, y'all will know who I'm talking about. She's a small little lady. She did okay. She was kind of annoying at first, but once I realized who she was, I was like, okay. She still was annoying, but as she started, I guess, becoming more with the team, she became fine later on. And everything started making sense. Even her fighting skills, she's in that middle, I guess I'm gonna say subhuman section. Because her little ass can't do half that fighting stuff in real life. I feel like I could hold her like this and she ain't gonna be able to move at all. Like she ain't gonna be able to whoop my ass in real life. In that world, she definitely will whoop my ass with the quickness. In real life, fuck no. The villains, Giancarlo Esposito, he was fine. I think I expected more of him or him to play a bigger role in the movie, but he was the first villain. And I thought he was the only villain throughout the movie, but he was just the first villain. And he did fine. He just like him in the other movie or TV show.
Man, I should fuck you for saying that stupid shit alone.
Yo, man, your Jordans are fucked up.
Damn, man, you might as well throw them shits out. Them shits is broke, man.
It was fine. But the second villain, I'm not gonna spoil because I don't think they put this in the trailers. I don't seen 2 trailers, but I don't remember them putting him in there. Watch the first Hulk, because he's from the first Hulk. Ooh, I feel like that was a spoiler. But I think he was in the first Hulk, because I'm not even 100% sure if he was in the first Hulk, but I'm pretty sure he was in the first Hulk. The second villain, who's the big villain. Motives, cool, whatever. Execution, they could have did better. They could have did better. There are some cameos in this, 2 small cameos. Don't expect them to be big grand cameos, but the first cameo, it was cute. My theater actually kind of was like, oh shit, where'd they come from? It was cute. I enjoyed it. And the second cameo was very small towards the end. It was cute. Don't want to spoil it. Post-credit scenes. There are one post-credit scene and it's at the very end and it's very pointless. I know us Marvel fans have to stay for the post-credit scene, but you don't have to stay for that one. It was pointless. Now, after talking about all that, I was kind of contemplating on what should I give this grade. At first, I was giving it a B minus because I was like, it was fun, it was cool. I didn't leave disappointed. I left wanting more, but I didn't leave disappointed. To the point, I think I actually want to go see the movie again. Not in theaters, but I do want to go see it again when it comes out on, well, not go see it again, but see it again when it comes out on Disney Plus. So I think it's worth for me a second watch. Not to go to the movies like I normally do with Marvel movies. Usually I watch a Marvel movie twice in the movies, but this one, I think I can wait to Disney Plus. I don't think it's as bad as my friend says it is, or what the critics are saying it is, but I think it was cool. So I'm gonna actually give it a C+. I think it was fine, a fine watch. It didn't move the MCU along that much, but it moved. This could have easily been a movie on Disney Plus. Yet, I feel like watching this in the theater would be better, especially for the Hulk scene alone. But yeah, hey, I'm getting good, and I barely said throughout it, so I think this editing's gonna be good. So shit, I'm thinking I'm getting in there. Also, let me go and tell y'all this real quick. I think I'm getting good at this because I'm getting more support from people that I didn't expect to be watching my videos, and also I'm in a transition of moving to another state, so I'm kind of excited about that. You know, I got big expectations for this channel, so I think I'm getting excited because of the expectation I got for this channel, and once I move and get everything settled there, I think everything is just gonna, fall into place. So I think I'm very excited about that. I don't know, I'm just excited, y'all. I'm ready for the new beginnings. I got for this channel. I got great ideas for this channel to improve it. It's gonna take a lot of editing skills when it comes to the improvements of this channel, but I ain't worried about that. I believe in myself, and I hope y'all believe in me too. So comment, like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube shit. Go see the movie, y'all. Go ahead and support. Just watch it one good time. You don't even gotta like it. Just go watch it and support it. It wasn't a bad watch, y'all. It was cool. Some people think it's gonna be ass. It wasn't ass to me, but if you just a hard ass critic, it might be ass to you. But I'm not that hard of a critic. I thought it was fine. Go watch that shit. Peace.